Hello everyone and welcome to the video. This is my follow-up to my video on the £10 Windows ME laptop now that I have had some time to explore it further. So at the end of the first video, the laptop's drivers had failed to load and I decided it was time for a clean install. Reading that there was perhaps some DOS compatibility for the sound chip, I decided to try Windows 98 first. Whilst the install went as expected, I soon hit a stumbling block: drivers. There is limited information anywhere online about both the VGA chip and the sound chip in this laptop, and finding drivers was a headache. None of the drivers I had obtained would work for the sound or VGA. Next up, I decided to try Windows 2000. I had found drivers suggesting to work with this, so I decided to go ahead and try those. This time I was able to get the VGA working, but still had no luck with the sound, so on to the next OS. This was Windows XP Pro. Finally, out of the box, VGA and sound drivers were working. Great, so I thought, until I started trying to do anything other than just stare at the desktop. The performance of the 800MHz Celeron and the lower amount of RAM were really not enough to make XP a viable option. So finally, I head back to Windows ME, my preferred choice if only because the laptop has Windows ME stickers on it, and I do like to keep things original where it makes sense to. Still, none of the drivers were willing to work 100%, so at this point I am left with a bit of a paperweight. A few days pass and I have given up for now, until I get a comment from a Twitter follower with a file name that could potentially be the driver I need. Searching for this driver led me to the usual results of fake driver sites that only offer to install their driver installing software and who knows what else. There was, however, one other driver site for a different laptop which was hosting this file, and I was able to download it. But not only was it hosting the VGA driver, but also sound and various other files, which although were meant for a different make and model of laptop, they were perfectly compatible with the Toshiba. Excellent news, and a big thanks to the person who tipped me off on Twitter. So fast forward to now and I have a fully configured Windows ME install. Sadly, none of the working drivers appear to add any Sound Blaster emulation on 98 or ME, so we'll be stuck with Windows games only. So after spending way too many hours installing and testing games, trying to get a feel of what the laptop is capable of, I've come to the conclusion that it's only good for one thing really: early Windows games, some of which have been playing in the background of this video. Even though the built-in VGA does offer some sort of 3D rendering capability, the performance is so poor that it's best to stick with 2D or early software rendered games. I will end the video with more footage of games that I have found to run well on the laptop, and also note that it is best to disable the screen scaling option in the BIOS and just play with borders when there is no other option, as the scaling is very poor and makes text hard to read. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe if you liked the video.